Welcome to Mini Stories, where we will be listening to Reddit stories. Am I the asshole for not wanting to use my college fund to pay for my brother's treatment? My parents divorced when I was about 7 because my dad had admitted to having an affair. My mom and I moved out of our house and into an apartment while my dad immediately moved his mistress into our house because she was pregnant with my twin brothers. My mom was devastated, but she quickly picked herself up for us. She went back to school and as a result, she continued climbing up in her career. My mom adjusted better to going from a double-income household to a single income, and was able to contribute a substantial amount of money to my college fund. My dad, on the other hand, had a harder time as he now has to support a family of 4, sometimes 5 on a single income as his wife is a stay-at-home mom. My dad did not have much disposable income and so did not contribute as much to the fund. I'm going to finish school soon and I have a good shot at getting into my first choices of college. Unfortunately, my brother, 10 male, was diagnosed with a kidney disease which has progressed to where he needs to be on dialysis. My dad is drowning in medical debt, so my mom agreed he no longer needed to pay child support. The specialist had suggested a different treatment for my brother as most other treatments didn't help or stopped working, and they are running out of options short of a transplant, not doable at this time. This treatment is not covered by insurance and costs a lot. My dad can't take out a loan due to debt. Dad and his wife sat me down when I was over and asked if I would be willing to let them borrow my college fund to pay off my brother's treatment. They offered to pay the money back, but I knew they wouldn't be able to. I really don't want to give them the money because I know if I don't get any scholarships, I wouldn't be able to go to the college I want to without going into debt myself. My future would be at risk, and I know my dad wouldn't help if I needed it. In addition, the money technically belongs to my mom. I can't just give it away, and I know she would refuse to give them the money. My dad and his wife are furious at both my mom and I and is trying to guilt me into it. I do feel terrible for my little brother. Am I the asshole? Everyone's the asshole. My dad does have a second job that he works on the weekend, and his wife homeschools the boys and is a full-time caregiver for my brother. My dad's family disowned him when the affair came to light. He did get some help from his brother and sister, but they can only give so much. I do think I was his last option. His wife did not have a lot of family. Lastly, of course I would feel bad if something happened to my brother. He's just a little kid, but I would want to help him with my own money, and I can only do that if I start my career debt-free. I also don't want to risk my own future. Relevant comments. Make sure he does not have access to the account. He does not have access, only mom does. They actually started saving when I was born. Dad stopped contributing completely when the twins were 5. OP is voted not the asshole. Update. So after I called my mom, she left work early and picked me up from Dad's house. She took me for coffee and I explained what happened. After talking a bit, she said I could either keep the fund as is and not give Dad the money, or we can take the money that Dad had contributed and give that back to him. I told her I wanted to give Dad back the money he put in. After we finished our coffee, Mom withdrew the exact amount Dad put in over the years. Mom also matched the amount and added it to give to Dad. I waited in the car while she gave Dad the money, and he was upset because the money wasn't enough. Mom told him that is all he's going to get from her and threatened to take him to court if he and his wife keeps harassing me. This is probably the last update as I am going low contact with Dad for now. Thank you everyone of the genuine support and the advice. Comments. Hey, I'm not OP's mom, but I would happily give you a virtual mom hug. Life is really hard and even harder without the support of a caring parent. I care about you and I am really rooting for you. Cheeseburgers are delicious and comforting, and anyone who would choose that as their username is in my good books for sure. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, like, comment, share, and subscribe.